There we go. Peace and blessings. Wagwan, wagwan, wagwan. The title of today's show on the third rendition of Forever a Student University is let's get it, y'all. We about to change the game. The 9 melanated cosmic updates, 9 ether information to activate that DNA. Let's get it. Let's talk about it. What do I mean by melanated cosmic updates? I want y'all to go on YouTube and every other channel and take a look. Everybody is channeling. Everyone who is going through this paradigm shift, supposedly, everyone is supposedly going to go through it eventually. Okay, I'm not going to get into a 8 ether being, 9 ether being situation. I'm just going to tell you from the 9 ether being perspective. Okay, with everyone going through their cosmic shift and everyone's putting their information out there, you've got a lot of information still coming from the colonialistic aspects of religion. Okay, because you've got your Arcturians giving a channeling from a specific vessel that can attach up to it, and then you've got the Palladians giving channeled messages. You've got Fascinating TV, wherever they come from, whoever they are, they give channeled messages. But all these messages are catering to the still segregated white ass genre. Now, I'm gonna tell you my perspective of what a Caucasian is to me. Okay, look at the rainbow. All right, show me current pictures of the rainbow. Okay, show me current pictures of the rainbow flag. Okay, so what they're doing is they're showing us images of the flag in whichever image you choose. Most of the images are putting that red on top. Okay, so why do you put the red on top? Because we are in the third dimension and the dark ages and the circle of life of the third dimension. In this third dimensional paradigm, everything is here to cater to darkness. And from my perspective, being a 9 ether melanated royal being incarnated inside of this high supreme technology, from my perspective, that means that you have to play this game and be the light in all this darkness. Okay, you have to be the love in all of this lovelessness. You have to be centered with your spiritual man in the midst of all this shit. That's my perspective of this third dimensional game that we're playing, since this is a holographic paradigm. Follow me. If you're not with me, then you better get off this channel, because I'm only talking to those who are connected to this frequency of the planet that is moving through this shift that is happening spiritually and physically, step by step. So boom. With all of us being here, and we have a variety of different people here, okay? I'm going to say that every character, everything that is on this holographic paradigm has a purpose and plays a significant role in the success of everyone. Okay? And this is why I'm going to say that. I know I'm not here. I know that I'm incarnated in this vessel. I just said this 3 minutes ago. So therefore, everything that happens here is not really happening to me. It's happening to my character. And my character is here to have the experience for the real me that I am, because the real me that I am does not have a vessel. It is all. Okay? It's everywhere at all times. Okay? And it experiences nothing unless it incarnates on a realm into a vessel, bruh. I know this for a fact from my dreams. All right. I go be whatever I want to be, whoever I want to be, especially now in 2023 in my dreams. Before, my dreams would just be dreams. Now I'm having dreams with intention. In changing my physical life in my dream world. Well, it's getting me stronger physically in this world from my dream world. Let me express that. So, with me being a multidimensional supreme being incarnated into such sophisticated technology, it allows me to see everyone and everything as the way they are. So now the red aspects of the rainbow was flipped. The whole rainbow was flipped to the perversive age that we are in right now. And they've got the root or the base, the grounding aspect of the rainbow on the top. All right. Now we're going to flip the rainbow back the way it's supposed to be. And we're going to put the red on the bottom because that's the way it's supposed to is. And if you're waking up to who you are, you know that the red of the rainbow is on the bottom. Now, they got the bottom. Let's talk about the bottom as an aspect of people. They have the people. Let's talk about the rainbow the way they got it, but the people the way they got us. And then we'll go back to my red being on the bottom in a minute. You see I got on purple, right? They have the rainbow perverted, and they've got the strongest aspects of the rainbow, which is the root. Sorry, don't get mad. Okay, at the top. And then they've got the most supreme, sophisticated aspects of the rainbow at the bottom, which would be the indigos and all of those other colors. Okay, if the rainbow represented a body of people, okay, the purple and the blue and the indigo would still be ours. Okay, and then the other aspects of the chakras would be theirs. Okay, I think I'm losing my point. Anyway, the whole point is this, right? The white people are the red and yellow and orange aspects of the chakra system, and I'm going to tell you why. If the chakra, if we look at the rainbow colors and the divine aspects of the way it is, then those colors would be at the bottom, and that would be the foundation to hold everything up. Instead, in this society, in this paradigm, those same three colors are at the top, and they're holding everything down. Okay, you put your root on the top and then flipped your head on the bottom. Okay, so if we're talking about the colors of the rainbow being a race of people, then technically what did they do to us? Then if they are that color, then what colors would we be? Green would represent the heart of everything, which is the melanated being, and then every other would represent where we are spiritually and emotionally and mentally or whatever, and etherically. The whole point of this is this. I look at the aspects of the white people, and since we know that they were created after our creation, then I look at, and since I know I'm the all, this is a supreme piece of technology, which means that it can and cannot do certain things. Okay. So we had created, I'm talking about all of us, we created more technology to be able to incarnate and experience more lower vibrational shit. You following me? You follow me? Remember, we in the dark ages. I said that 7 minutes ago. We are in the ending of the dark ages, going into the gold ages, leaving the third dimensional paradigm and moving to the fifth, sixth, and whatever else your little spirit took you to. So technically, because I'll be losing my thoughts sometime. Hold on, my screen. I'm not that technologically savvy with this. So technically, if the Caucasians would be a physical manifestation of our lower nature, then. Okay, because I'm going back to the explosion of consciousness. If consciousness is truly the all and it exploded itself, wouldn't it need about 8 billion motherfucking vessels to incarnate in to have an experience? You talking about the consciousness and the totality of creation that created all motherfucking things? It would not need 7 billion, 8 billion vessels plus some trees and a body of water and some mountains and a lava and some ants and some bees and some flowers and some sausages. Wouldn't it need all of that to experience? You're talking about the creator's creation, the biggest thing of all things. But anyway, so let's talk about it. So now, if we talk about it, then we would say that the Caucasians would be the physical manifestation of everyone's internal lower nature. Okay, so when we looking at them and all the fuck shit that they do, and we step back and be like, hey, we are a body of people who are specifically non-violent, no matter what you do to us. But if you tempt me and push me, I'll get your ass, right? But still, if you think about our history that we know of, the black melanated race was a non-violent race of people. Okay, so now technically, and we were created by the most highest supreme thing, and then technically, from all the knowledge we learned, that we were physical beings like we are now, created other races, whether it's from sex or in the lab. Okay, so that means that we needed to get other vessels that could have the lower vibratory nature in it to be able to continue the vibration of the dark ages, so that way it could zero itself out, so that way the golden ages could come in. So now if we look at that, and this is what's going to bring my point to a validity, the Caucasians is running the world whether it was handed over to them or taught to them by us or not. They're running the world. They flipped the world upside down to a point to where now the melanated race is waking up to realize that we're not only special and somebody, but we ain't even motherfucking human like the other races. We are eternal beings, and we are realizing that these vessels ain't shit but shoes. Basically, they're exchangeable like shoes. So remember, they killed the melanated races for as far as we can remember. They taught the melanated races that they ain't shit for as far as we can remember. And they still kicking our asses with the systems that they run now. The economic system is not set up for anybody to win, but damn sure not a melanated person. They created credits and they created social security cards. They already put the melanated people in a deficit, then raised the roof on everything so you can stay in a state of scarcity and stay in a state of insecurity. Back to the lower nature of the root chakra. If you stay in a state of scarcity and you stay in a state of lack and confusion and fear, then you can never grow your spirit, man, to evolve yourself. So let's go back to the colors of the races on the rainbow. Okay, they have put the red on top of the rainbow, which in the orange and the yellow, which represents the lower nature of the black man in the physical form through the other races. Okay, through the other races, because technically you can't say who has melanin and who don't have melanin, because melanin is also on the organs and melanin is also on the cells. Hence the sun is about to show us that, because the UVC in the sunlight is breaking down our cells for purity and cleansing. Okay, so if that cell gets broken down by that UVC and it can't withstand it, use a dead motherfucker. It's not funny. It just makes me laugh, because as I go back to the beginning, when I was telling y'all, so many people got their channels out talking about this event and the pole shift and the solar thing, but they're telling it from their white perspective. And they feel because their frequency is at a certain thing, they're going to withstand it. But it's more than just frequency. It's genetics too. Don't you know that just frequency ain't going to work? That's the reason why y'all kept our frequency so motherfucking low, so we could try to end up missing the train. But you can't miss a train that's coming for you. You get it? So anyway, back to my point. So the root chakra, the red, they have programmed us to fear it. They have programmed us to basically be, soon as you see the color red, you freeze up, or you get yourself in a lower vibrational nature where you stress about your bills or stress about your lack, or you feel you in trouble, or you got guilt, shame, or fear, or something like that, keeping you from your high self. Meanwhile, they running around here. Some of them suffer too, and I don't care, but they running around here not feeling any of those feelings. And why? Because they're actually doing their job. Okay. If it wasn't for them putting us in such a restrictive avenue and making us go within to find better and find more, we wouldn't even be waking up to a new age. You see what I'm saying? If it wasn't for them writing the book of fucking lies and making it feel us in our heart chakra, which is the chakra colors that radiate for us, we wouldn't have even started looking for facts. Okay. And let's not forget, this is the age in which facts can be found now. Before that, that shit was locked tight. All right. Our mother and their mother's mother and their grandmothers and their great grandmothers, they didn't get to find out no facts. Bitch, you got your fucking eyes burnt out if you read a book. You got your hand cut off if you touched it. And you damn sure better not question massive matter. That shit was not that long ago. It wasn't that long ago. But anyway, so the Caucasians, they came in here, they flipped everything upside down. They took the royal seats on the land and then cast all of the royal beings out and made them think that they wasn't shit. So now we look at the rainbow, and the colors of the rainbow that we represent are on the bottom. So we're not getting no resonancy to it. But the rainbow is actually what the women, the divine feminine beings, our Merkaba ship, we use those to even land on Earth to start civilization. But that's not another story for here nor there. That's a Typhonian story from back in the day. Look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so yeah, the whole point I'm trying to make is that they have themselves on top physically in this third dimensional realm, and that is slowly but surely flipping itself over. Not to mention they are physical manifestations of our lower nature anyway. If we wouldn't have never created them, this game would still be going, and we would not be entering into the golden age. We would, because we are behind. All right. We would still be on that old dumbass roboticized techno-totalitarian system that we was in, where everybody was in the zombie land. All right. Not even knowing what we was, thinking that we worked. for a pension, and we made our kids do everything we did, and we didn't stray from the status quo, and then we died, and that was the end of living, and that we're the only things that exist in the universe. Third grade thinking, and I don't live in that paradigm anymore. So I said all of that to say this. Yeah, if it wasn't for these Caucasians, I'm sorry, but we wouldn't be in this ascension process right now. And the Caucasians were created as a part of this matrix for the main players to be able to evolve themselves into whatever they're going to evolve themselves to. And they too are energetic beings that will not die. Because see, we want to talk about what's eternal, right? Yo, energy don't die. It go from one source to the next. Think about it, right? Then check this out. Everybody like, oh yeah, I want all of the white people to die. If you want them to die, where the fuck they karma at? And then here's the religious people. They want them to die and think they're gonna burn in hell forever. So wait a minute. A soul can go to hell and be eternal, but can't be eternal nowhere else. Listen to the shit. The Bible say that if you ain't good by that dumbass standard that they wrote in that basic instructions before leaving Earth dumbass book, right? They said that if you don't follow their God, you gonna burn in hell forever. Does that not mean that your soul is eternal? And then they say if you obey Jesus, you will sit in heaven with him forever. Does that not say that your soul is eternal? Because they already know that this body ain't going. Because didn't they supposedly kick Jesus' ass and left his body there before it rose up? So all I'm saying is we're all eternal beings, okay? Some of us get to start living towards eternity, and some of us have to earn the stripes to get it, okay? But I think that everything that has breath has the capacity of evolution, if not in this life, another life, okay? So now we think about the races again. We're talking about soul. If your soul came on earth in a melanated body and it is 2023 on your ass, that's proof right there that your soul has already wavered the journey, because you need this in order to withstand these events that I didn't even talk about yet. Okay, you need this melanation, no matter how light or dark it is, if it's external or internal, but you gotta have melanation in order to withstand this next solar event. So let's talk about the event. The event is supposed to be this big ass solar flash that's not a big flash of fire, but like an energy that is so strong and so high that it feels like fire. It actually gets a temperature because this energy is incorporated with invisible things like plasma and gamma rays, antimatter particles, protons, and a whole bunch of other shit. Okay, though especially the gamma rays. The energy is breaking down the cell to its nucleus. And the brother Kala always talks about the prokaryotic cell and the eukaryotic cell. The eukaryotic cell does not have a nucleus. So if anything breaks that cell down, it is going to dissipate and or spontaneously combust. Let's talk about it. Okay, so this is where we talk about the melanin again. The melanocytes is what gives you a nucleus inside of your cell. You feel me? So when the sun breaks that cell down, when the energy, the protons and those actual particles break that cell down, that cell will be transformed into something new. Okay, like the butterfly. And the butterfly don't go through a fucking solar flare every time it makes its metamorphosis, but it has a transfigurating body that it can take certain seasonal activities, and it makes its metamorphosis right inside of its vessel, and that same vessel will end up becoming in a cocoon, and then out of that cocoon comes a butterfly. So this technology, remember this supreme technology I'm talking about, it's not a fucking caterpillar, but it has that type of transformative genetic capability in it. And here's more proof. You've got supposedly the richest motherfucker, the smartest motherfuckers is called scientists. These motherfuckers said there's 98% of the DEA and DNA in all beings, they don't know what the fuck is for. Okay, so take my word for it. That shit turns on. It's been turning on since like 2012. All right. That's why they got so many petroleum based medicines to stop the superpowers that is activated inside of these melanated chosen beings. Okay. And now, why do I say melanated chosen beings? Because all melanation ain't even organic. Okay. You have different beings and species in this holographic image, and some of them are mankind, human beings. You got God man, you've got robots, you've got skin suits, you've got skin walkers, you've got shapeshifters, you've got so many different types. This is a cesspool. A cesspool. Okay. So with all of that being said, all I'm saying is this is Earth is school. So it's a variety of motherfuckers here. Check this out. I'm a prisoner of war. Okay. I was here minding my business and my story coming to me. But all I do know is that I was about to graduate and some shit happened and I've been stuck at this motherfucker. All right. Over time, I've been here longer than I was supposed to be here. Now, does everything happen by divine timing? Yes, it does. Maybe I was here longer than I needed to be here because I wasn't learning the lessons. I don't know. Okay. But I know that this lifetime, I'm ready to get ass ready to go. Okay. So, with all of that being said, let's talk about this shift with the new Earth. The solar flash is going to change the paradigms instantly of everyone who can catch and sustain life in the frequency. If you cannot catch and sustain life in the frequency, then your energy is going to be ushered out of your body, but simultaneously repurposed. What does repurpose means? That means that it was karmatically cleaned. Okay, because this version of Earth is leaving. So if you still have karma that you got to do, you're going to do it, but it will not be on this version. It will be a new version, because this specific version is a cancer now to the whole cosmos, and this specific version is ready to graduate. She, Earth, it's a celestial cosmic being too, that has life too. Nobody's paying attention to it. Don't y'all know, if Earth don't want to live no more, you don't live no more? But your little small ass minds can't grasp the consciousness of it. So you just think shit's funny, right? It's funny. Well, anyway, see ya. Goodbye. Because that shift sure enough coming. It's inching its ass through here. At first, I was thinking it's going to be this great ass burn like TV show. You know, TV's a fucking lie and the truth. You just got to use your discernment. It's happening right now. Every single day it's happening. Right now, we can smell the fire in the air, but there's no fire. All right. And don't say that the government doing shit. Them motherfuckers ain't doing nothing, because those beings that run the earth, they are land-based beings. That means they cannot leave here. They have no substance inside of them that will allow it to grasp the consciousness for elevation and growth. Okay, the substance inside of them was manufactured right from here. You feel me? The substance inside of some of y'all is cosmic. It was not manufactured from here. The life force energy that makes some of y'all avatars mechanical was not from here. That shit is from beyond the firmament. Okay, and 85% of the motherfuckers life force energy is from here, and it is not beyond the firmament. It is from this motherfucker. So therefore there ain't no out the firmament for them. You following? Okay. And I'm not trying to cause separation. I'm just saying that this is a holographic image. That means that if this is a holographic image, right, then that means some of the shit in this holograph is already here. It's built into the holograph. Okay. And then now, for the holograph to even be experienced, it needs living vessels to be able to experience this holographic paradigm, earth we in, right? So all I'm saying is 85% of the motherfuckers that's walking around here is man-made and participants and figments of this holographic matrix. And then there is 15% of motherfuckers that are not. Okay. And in that 15% of motherfuckers that are not made from this holographic image, only 5% is playing the game, because the other 10% is set up and designed to stop the 5% from winning the game. So guess what you really got? You got 95% of Earth designed for you not to play, not to win, and not to succeed. Do you see this shit? And that's the reason why I go back to the melanation. That's the reason why I wrote 9 Ether report on here. Because guess what? This shit ain't set up for another race not to fucking win. All right? They're not killing the other races' children in the street. They're not poisoning the other races' food. They're not giving the other races 5 times qualification to give somewhere. The other races ain't got the high homelessness rates. The other races ain't got the high jail rates, and the other races ain't being experimented on. Our body is supreme. Matter of fact, medication is made for the Caucasian sickness from our health, motherfucker. Okay? They don't do a comparison of what health is to sustain the medical system. They destroy our health to sustain their fucking health. And they are the creators of the medical system, bitch. So I'm not being racist. I'm just saying don't fucking worry about them, because the genetic template that they are in, it ain't going nowhere. All right? Only worry about yours. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you're going to be the last man standing. At first, I thought we was getting a new earth and it was going to be a physical thing like this. It is going to be a physical thing like this, but it's going to be with the people, motherfucker. It's going to be with the people. Okay? And life ain't going to stop. It's going to pick up right where we left off. And we're going to have to quickly get into position and start making rules around here. So I already got a shit set up for the new paradigm, because I'm a master builder and a master teacher and a master communicator and enforcer of God's law. So check on the new paradigm. Since money's going to be in existence, everything going to be a flat rate. Housing, one flat rate. Don't matter what house you're in. You don't like the house, pick another one. There's plenty of them. Because when I'm telling you this is going to happen, remember what I said, 85% motherfuckers is here to sustain the game. Okay, and the game is making a shift. What do I mean by that? We all landed down here in the dark ages. We came and we created the best we could the last 26,000 years under the third dimensional paradigm in the dark ages with dark imaginative tools to create from. Now, that means that we were under a certain frequency, and you only could create out of that frequency, and everything in this frequency is bad. So your motherfucking ass had to come down here and create something good in this darkness. All right? And good don't mean good the way your little third dimensional paradigm do. Good means that something for a nigga to learn a lesson to grow their soul from. Okay? So with that being said, a lot of people successfully did it, and a lot of people didn't. Okay, 85% of motherfuckers was here to sustain this program, and 15% of motherfuckers is here playing the actual game, and only 5% of these motherfuckers is going in the first wave. And once we go in this first wave, we're gonna come back to clean up this third dimensional paragon, its game, and all its players, and move into the golden age. Because I'm technically don't even see myself in the fifth dimension. I think I'm going to 8. I'm in 8. I'm in higher dimensions in my thought process and consciousness now. We are just living in this physical third dimensional paradigm, and every day I feel shifting energies, releasing the constraints of this third dimensional paradigm. You follow me? So the event, plasma energy coming at us. Within 3 minutes, we're going to be enveloped in that plasma energy. Within 15 minutes, it should be a new shift. Motherfuckers should just be dancing and partying in the street. And then after that, it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be Dark Night of the Souls for the second wave or whatever it is. But the first wave is going to go on up the steps. And then the second wave is going to start coming on up the steps. And the third wave, goodbye. The third wave, I don't know what y'all niggas doing, but it's going to be 3 waves of ascension. Okay? And this ascension wave is happening after the split of the low vibrational beings in its totality being released from this earth. Okay? The low vibrational nature in the vessel and the beings is going to go. All right? I don't give a fuck how much money you got and you never seen today in your root chakra. Motherfucker, you ain't got all of the package. You got to have all of the qualifications like y'all told us, right? In order to sustain life in this new shift that the Son of Man, S-U-N, is sustaining for everybody, bitch, you got to have a qualification like you told me when I want a house, when I want food, when I want education, when I want a man, when I want children, when I want everything. You give me all these bitch-ass qualifications, right? So now y'all's got a qualification. Yeah, I got on my wig, but remember that nappy hair y'all cracked on? Bitch, you better have that shit. You don't got it, you ain't getting it. If you ain't got it, you can't get it. Now, see, that was unhumble. I'm not going to be unhumble because I appreciate all the roles that everybody played to get the whole humanity where the humanity is at right now. You feel me? Y'all got to look at it like this. We were everything before we were these vessels, okay? So that means you was white too. You might think that the Caucasian came on the scene 6,000 years ago, but that's because your brain is still in human mode, bitch. Nah, this is a fucking game. It keeps happening. We're just not gonna play it this way anymore. We're gonna start playing it from a more high performance way. Read your shit. We're going into the golden age. This is the age of superheroes. Haven't they been getting us ready since the 40s? Okay? They told you subtly. They went from black and white to color and gave you comic books, bitch. You ain't paying attention to it. Then they made all of the comics Caucasian and said the motherfuckers were super and they come from other planets, but we the only ones on, we the only species though, right? Let's get it. Then they started giving you color TV and gave you the first superhero, which was Superman, right? Made this nigga white. Why do you think they gave you all history and whitewashed it? It wasn't just history, it was our future too. And guess what? You can't make a machine to stop what's happening. You can't get a witch, a voodoo priest, or nothing because it's all me. Okay? What's happening been written. It's been written for so long. Nothing can stop it. Not a harp, not a CERN. I ain't concerned with none of that. And then this is what's killing me. Everybody like, yo, they underground with their weapons. Bitch, be underground as hot as it is. Come put your fucking foot outside right now. It's cloudy as hell. Ground hot. Lava all over. Lava running all through the ground. If bitch got a tunnel under the ground, that shit is burnt. Okay? Y'all better take a look at what's going on online. Let me bring the video up. China was so fucking hot. The people was on the boat doing their little rafting shit they do, and they was just laughing because the fish was just jumping all out the water. By the end of the night, them bitches was broiled sushi on the ocean, and the bottom of the boats was melting. Let's get it. What happened to their water? Maybe it was that second sun that they didn't create. Because guess what? Over there on the continent of Asia, we already know that Japan got the biggest mothership of all. The mothership that is in Japan underground is going to knock out the whole center of Asia coming up. And they know it. Y'all got to watch these different news channels because your regular broadcasting news is ran by robots, BlackRock and Vanguard, and they're not going to show you nothing but the propaganda that they want you to see because they need you and your energy to think a certain way so that way they can sustain life. So they give you a paradigm and a program that they want you to follow, and they want you to think so that way you can maintain a certain frequency on the planet so that way their vibration can have life. Okay? That's why I love the pandemic, whether it was planned or not. They took full advantage of a cosmic alignment and shift. And they gave us that pandemic with that corona bullshit. Well, guess what? That was the best thing they could have did because that was the first time that all of humanity got to go within. And this is what I mean. I don't give a fuck if you went within and beat your meat all day. You took your mind off of what the fuck they want you to take it off of, and you put it on your own imagination. And your imagination is when you are in direct contact with the universal source prime creator. Okay. And the universal source prime creator is the all right. So if you are down here in this low dimensional paradigm and you go into your imagination and your imagination is of a low frequency in nature, then that's what it is. All right. There's no judgment on that because judgment is here in the fickle minded. All right. I already know what I am and I know what everybody else is too, including the 85%. You know what I mean? The 85% is just on autopilot, and they'll be used when it's ordained for the asses to be used if it's ordained for them to be used. But I know who being used right now, and that's me. I know who else is being used right now, and that's you. Okay? And I'm being used by the totality of the highest frequencies because you're going to be used. Come in here. You came here to play the fucking game. What you going to let use you? You have all of those natures inside of you. It's all inside of you. It's in you. Every white man, every black man, every white woman, every black woman, every alien, every spider, every bee, every pedophile, every thief, every preacher, every Miss Goody Two Shoes, every perfect patty, every psychiatrist, every system, everything is still inside your ass. You the all. incarnated into this vessel, having an experience. That's how you get your power back. You knowing that everything that's outside of you is inside of you too. Didn't they say that? They said that the fucking cosmos and the whole world and everything we see is inside of us too, right? This is what they mean. You feel me? And this is how we feed the lower vibrations. We sit up here and act like we ain't never did it, or we act like we perfect, or exempt from the probability of doing it. Everybody's $1 away from the poorhouse, and it ain't because of your occupation, and it ain't because you went to school. If you have good credit or no credit, it doesn't fucking matter. That's the energy on the planet right now. All right. It's a low frequency totality that does not want to fade out. So it lives inside of the vessels that have a low enough frequency to carry it on. And it's not that hard for you to realize. That's why right now it's about to be war in my home because I said fuck school. Okay. And I have 2 children that's left. And I still feel like fuck school. And since they want to go and they old enough to make their own decisions about what they want to do, when you go through your fuck shit with that dumbass fake ass system with a record that don't mean shit to nothing but these Caucasians who made that record, deal with the bullshit your fucking self. Because I'm not dealing with no matrix shit that I don't want to deal with. I'm the ruler of my future and my destiny. So I'm gonna pick and choose which one of these fucking ass dumbass things I want to deal with. Okay? Because I know for a fact that the energy on the planet is thick. It's hot as tea water. Everybody ain't going to be able to sustain that. My kids didn't even have teachers barely last year. We got less teachers this year than we had last year because some of them took their retirement while retirement is still available. And you ain't teaching my kids shit. A bitch told my son that they was going to try to fail him because he didn't want to come up with a Declaration of Independence for the citizens of Mars. Now you fucking tell me why he should go to school. Tell me how him getting 40% of his grade by not making a Declaration of Independence for the citizens of motherfucking Mars. In history, bitch. It was history. I emailed the teacher. I said, wait a minute, y'all not upholding the Declaration of Independence in the motherfucking country on a planet that we know is sustaining life. So why the fuck you think you gonna fail my son for not making some made up shit up? Bitch, try it. They ain't never even emailed me back. And my son got 100% in history. 100% in history and did not write that bitch ass Declaration of Independence. But I ain't gonna go too deep on y'all, but I'm gonna let you know right now. Men in Black told y'all, okay? The school system is ran by lower vibrational that are in meat suits, okay? It's an indoctrination for an ordination to sustain the children's mind to maintain this paradigm, okay? It's just taking the children's mind, it's taking their innate and intuitive abilities away from them and reprogramming them with the shit they want them to do. And it ain't nothing but go to work, eat this poison ass food, and accept what a motherfucker do to you, okay? The school's got a pamphlet to teach the little bitty babies what to do if a stranger approaches them. The beginning of the pamphlet says what to do if a stranger approaches you. They open the pamphlet and the first thing says, if a stranger approaches you and say hi, speak back. If you ignore them, you might hurt their feelings. If a stranger asks you for their name, you tell them their name, your name, and then ask them for yours. And if a stranger wants you to offer you some candy, you should take it. It's rude not to accept gifts. Now, they said this for the kindergartners, okay? Not to mention they got a new curriculum on and it's federally regulated. So that means every school district and every state get it. It's called MAPS. All right, they teaching the children that there is access for mature, what it says, mature adult persons, okay? And MAPS means that a mature adult person can legally date a child because the age of consent is 7. This is your federal fucking law, bitch, okay? So if you got all of these laws in place to hurt the children and destroy their innocence, why the fuck am I send my child to your jail? I already know the jig is up. I already know what's going on. So like I said, it's going to be war and it's going to be hell. Because when the shit hits the fan, I'm only going to put in motion what the Most High say to me. So I say to all my military and I say to all my police, Y'all holding down some real bitch ass jobs right now, okay? Because y'all was maintaining and sustaining a system that was a lie. The military was created so that way they can go raid other extraterrestrial shit and technology from other countries. Do your fucking research. You're signing your whole life away to fight for some shit that's a goddamn lie. All right? It's a pyramid. And at the top of the pyramid, only a couple motherfuckers know what's going on. Down here in your United States military and your United States police, y'all don't know shit. In your medical institutions, you don't know shit. And in the education system, you definitely don't know shit because you teach ass backwards. You make a bitch stay in school all those motherfucking years to have to go right back to the book and stay in school 4 more years for the hands-on shit and still need the motherfucking book. You fucking dummies. All right? I find out more shit by not reading and just feeling my way through it all my whole life than I did getting a goddamn GED because that's all I got. Fuck your education. I always knew it wasn't shit. They kicked me out of Sunday school, skipped me in kindergarten, skipped me in 4th grade, and if I wouldn't have dropped out, I'd have kept getting skipped. All right? But I already knew it was bullshit. So all I'm saying is the war is beginning, and I'm a vicious bitch. Everybody always said I was mean, and they always said I was a bitch. And now I see why. Because you got to be, when the war starts, you got to move a motherfucker out your way. If you want to stay complacent, that means you a op, and you going to get bopped. You gonna get bopped. All y'all motherfuckers that work at the stores, y'all supposed to be putting shit in the bitch bag. If you work at the sneaker store, niggas supposed to be walking out with them sneakers. If you work at the bank, oops, there's an extra 20. You're not supposed to be like, oh my God, count your change before you go. Sir, that's $5.99. Oh, these sneakers are on sale. You can't get a discount. Y'all some stupid motherfuckers. And that's the reason why I'm gonna have no mercy. No mercy. I see. And I'm not gonna have no mercy when the shit hit the fan because we are going through a big event. We are going through a shift. All right. And from my non-ether perspective and non-ether information and updates, y'all bitches better get ready because we about to be ready. Okay. The system ain't gonna shut down. Somebody said it best. They said that the systems is gonna keep sustaining themselves like the Titanic niggas kept playing the violin. Them motherfuckers played the violin till the ship went underwater. Okay, so that means they're going to want you to go to work, want your kids to go to school, and going to want you to continue to pay bills until the algorithm just stops working. Okay, so all I'm saying is, if it ain't time for you to wake up this lifetime, that's fine. But what you better do is get the fuck out my way. All right, because I want anonymity, and I come from an era of my yacht. And I had to have that back, honey. Oh, thank you, honey. Thank you. So all I'm saying to y'all is get the fuck out of my way. And this new earth is coming. And the new earth, we not playing no games with your ass. If you represent anything from old earth, bitch, we giving you a new birth instantly. You heard me? You getting ushered out. We're gonna usher your energy. We're gonna do your ass like Martin and usher your energy right on out your vessel. Okay? Because it's time. It's time for the change. So I don't care if you my family or my kids, okay? When spirit activate me to get the cleaning, because I'm fire, I'm a purifying fire. I'm going to clean. And whatever's in my way, it's going to get burnt. With love, okay? Because it's for the good of all and the harm of none. Everything I want is for the good of all and the harm of none. As I master build for our new future in the fifth dimensional earth, all homes, until they don't cost, are going to cost one specific amount of money. It's going to be a universal income to exceed all bills. Every single store you go into, you ain't going to pay a motherfucking thing for none of the goods in there. And then we're going to have technology that is already implemented and not none of this stupid ass Apple and Microsoft shit you see. I'm talking about real supreme technology that's not from here. That's here under lock and key, bro. Under lock and key. They putting some of these technologies into your smart homes and it's giving us the dumbest version of it. So that way they can control and monitor you. But they are no more. Their systems are no more. Their algorithm is running because this earth has a main computer that never stops. Okay. And it seems like that main computer is on the same time in the earth. So when earth is done with the fucking algorithm, we done with the algorithm. And when she ready to put in motion the cleaning of the algorithm out of the asses of these motherfuckers, then that's when I'm going to be doing all of the shit I'm telling you about. So the stipend, one simple stipend for all housing, one simple stipend for all, really all you should, at the end game, Because we're going to be in such a big state of confusion, and we're going to be shifting the minds of those who did not get the full awakening slowly. There is going to be funds, and if things are going to still cost for maybe the next 10 years or so, but it's going to be dropped so dramatically that I don't care if you got 15 cents in your pocket, it's going to be like you rich. Okay, so I feel like it's going to be like a universal stipend. It'll be something like six figures, because that's the resting frequency of the planet. And the goods are marked at a certain thing right now. So the goods will get lowered. Everything will get like one universal drop and to a certain percentage. And then it'll be like some type of calculation. Then funds, you see this? You see all of this? This actually your history. These hands, this vessel itself, okay, this DEA and DNA inside of these vessels, they got history, okay, and they know your righteousness and your unrighteousness. That's why a lot of people that are melanated are not going to sustain life in their vessel, because they're unrighteous as fuck, okay. But this is going to get you your royalty back. Yep, because I got several M's and several X's in both hands, okay. And these things are going to open up all of our cosmic history, who we were, what we were, how things went down, why we here so long, where we came from, and all of that. Yep. These. And if you ain't got one, you'll have one. You'll have one. Because remember, we're going to go through that butterfly shit. We're going to go through that metamorphosis. So that'll get you your royalty. And the royalty would be like the hierarchy of the animal kingdom. Okay. I'm an elephant, so I'm claiming elephant. So, and then what else I was talking about? The event. Everybody just going to be free to be able to live and figure out their innate and intuitive abilities. And when you work, if you choose to work, it's going to be from the gift that God gave you to contribute to society and humanity. It won't be from some structured concept of what work should be for some specific manufacturer or conglomerate to make their asses rich while we stay poor. That's not happening. Okay? Ain't no conglomerates even existing anymore, really, yo. They not. The motherfucking stock exchange is based off of how many motherfuckers is going to work in America. All right. And how much melanin they harvesting from the black people in America. That is how America's algorithm runs. Okay. So the minute that you cosmic beings and sleepers wake up and stop being a part of this system, then the system can fall. Because the system literally needs one motherfucking day for it not to function. It needs one day for real life force energy not to seed its algorithm, and the algorithm will fall. And that's facts right there. You talk about non-ether melanated fifth dimensional news, okay? Non-ether melanated fifth dimensional news. The algorithm that runs the American society and economic system, it needs your life force energy to sustain itself. If you do not give your life force energy to the algorithm of the economic system for one 24-hour period, that bitch will self-destruct. So all I'm saying is we're getting ready to get things in place, and I don't got to do it, and I don't got to say it. It's my angels, my ancestors, my spirit guides, and my energy alliance. Oh my God, they are so fucking vicious, yo. They are so vicious. They got the AKs, the Rugers, rocket missiles, and everything spiritually that you can think of it. And they are so savagely just snarling, walking back and forth like fee, fi, fo, some, give me some war because I want some. And I'm like, guys, y'all already know that y'all fought with your physicality the last time. That's why y'all chose me to quarterback this shit, because we already know we're going to mind over this matter, guys. We minding over the matter this time. So thank y'all for being with me. We talked about the event. We got this non-ether informational news. We got the New Earth coming on, and this is the third segment of Forever a Student University. I made segment 2, but I don't think I put it out because I'd be super shy. Like, oh, this technology ain't made for me. I'm a more face-to-face girl. I'm a older original school female, because I don't believe in age and I don't believe in old. So Thank y'all for coming out. I'm about to watch this shit. I appreciate everybody who came in there. I really do. I appreciate everybody who commented. I really do. I remember I came on here and nobody came at all. And guess what? Perseverance is a motherfucker, right? Now I got all of y'all. And guess what? I'm about to get on this thing called Rumble, and that is interactive. That's when you get to jump in the box, and then we get to converse. You feel me? And then I'm going to link up my Instagram with this so that way I can double stream each one simultaneously. But y'all remember, at Forever Asuna University, we are always learning. I'm not no teacher. I'm a student that's learning from my peers. You feel me? This is how it goes. We are equals. Even the sleepers are our equals. They're sustaining their energy by staying asleep so we can furiously be awake. You feel me? Everybody's doing their part. That's why I love all y'all. And that's why I really want to get into the nitty gritty of this, because it feels very divisive right now, but that's a trick for you to keep your frequency at a certain level so that way you can elevate yourself. Because at the end of the game, whether it's the solar flare, the pole shift, or whatever the case may be, and let's talk about the pole at the end of the game, your heart has to be lighter than a feather as it releases itself from this vessel. Okay, so how do you get your heart lighter than a feather? You realize that you are incarnated in this avatar having an experience. So therefore, you, the real you never did nothing to nobody. Nothing ever happened to you because technically you're up yonder with the controller in your hand playing you. Watch me right now. Like me, I'm up yonder with the controller in my hand, playing me talk to you right now, okay? And I'm watching me mention my higher self. We just high-fived each other, you feel me? Because we know we get into that part of the castle in this game where we rescue the princess, which is the divine feminine energy in all of our own asses. And it ain't the divine feminine energy, it is your soul. Your soul is actually a feminized energy only because it creates, not because your soul is a woman. You only get a sex on Earth. On Earth, you get an avatar. So that's where you can say you are a man or a woman. Okay. Everywhere else, you don't have an avatar. You don't have a sex. Okay. So your soul that's inside of your body, she may have a preference, but there is no sex on that soul. Okay. So thank y'all for listening and tuning in and liking my video and all those comments and hearts. I really appreciate y'all. I do. Ooh, that's what make a soul tribe. Oh shit. Before I get off that point. So what I was saying back about the animal kingdom, and I was letting y'all know that all of the cats are in the same soul tribe, but they're broken down into different fractions. You see what I'm saying? So the hyena goes and having that experience in this life from the hyena's perspective. And then the lion goes and have an experience in this life from the lion's perspective, and so forth and so on. But all the cats get back together again as soul tribe and they share. Okay, that's why all the cats basically do the same thing because they're in the same soul tribe. Okay, look at the elephant and the mammoth and things like that. They're in the same soul tribe. See what I'm saying? It ain't that they look alike. It's they're from the same soul aspect. Okay, so all y'all are my soul tribe because we all came down here and under one government of soul, and then we dispersed into different fractions all over this globe to have different experiences, and we have lived our lives and had those experiences, and now we're finding ourselves again through this technology and other ways through the astral realm and in our dreams, and we're coming back together, and we're consciously, subconsciously, and double subconsciously sharing and exchanging those experiences on a soul and cellular level. And that's just facts. And if you don't feel it's facts, then go listen to some 5 ether, 6 ether news, baby, because this is 9 ether information. You heard me? All from the cosmos. Let's talk about Rashad Jamal real quick before we get out of here. I know he's not guilty, and he has a very high life path. All I can tell you guys is everything happened by divine alignment. His avatar may not want to be there, but his soul knows what his purpose is and where he needs to be. And this is the resurrection of Haru, baby. We're talking about the divine masculine energy that is in the melanated form on earth, okay? Because the divine feminine energy been beat up, but the divine masculine energy, which is the part of the divine feminine, those are our protectors, bitch. Y'all tried to take our protection away from us. Okay, you locked these motherfuckers up. You drugged them. You put them on child support. You helped us do it. Oprah was a big ass trick whore. You feel me? Because she just tricked us right out of our spot. We literally had these niggas out here busting their ass to help us. Okay. And what we said, we don't need no man. We want to go work and do it ourselves. What we did was gave up the ability to be free for slavery. And they tricked us with some fucking perfume pocketbooks and some bitch ass celebrity. But you didn't get tricked. This was an experience. We went through all of these parts of life and endured all of this darkness and all of this pressure to become the diamonds that we are right now. Okay, and if you didn't go through no darkness and you didn't go through no pressure, then use a motherfucking rock and you at 85% of this shit. I appreciate you for your service. Thank you so much. Hopefully next time you get to be a game participant, a game player instead of a participant. So with that being said, I'm out, guys. Outie. It's August 24th of 2023, and it is 2:41 p.m. And this is the third rendition of Forever a Student University at my Chosen Starseeds website. It'll be up real soon. Tune in, guys. I got the show coming up. We got a lot going on. I want y'all to participate and feel this love, okay? You are safe. You are creative. You are strong. You are loved, you are expressive, you are connected, you are divine. Peace.